wash event, and he touched our hearts, and so we've asked him to be our ambassador this year for the Tampa event. And so Dr. Joseph is going to talk to you about his journey with his faith, his family, and he's got a whole bunch of hope.
Hello. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in today, and quite early. It's a Saturday morning. Thank you for everyone for coming, and thank you for people that are from out of state, and family and friends for coming. Okay.
You gotta hold it. Good to go. Like right here, yeah.
All right. Right up in it. Okay. So they can't read my lips.
Don't sneeze,
All right.
though.
Sounds good. All right. Well, you know, there's a lot of stories that are involved. The aspect of it is that I am 34 years old. I was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor roughly about a year ago. I've been through surgery and radiation out in MD Anderson, and now I currently have my chemotherapy out in Moffitt Cancer Center. Both are ridiculously impeccable institutions. But the truth of the matter is, none of that really matters. The most important thing is what you learn. And what I realize is one person learns, many will gain. And so I'm here to tell you a little bit about what I've learned and what I've seen throughout this experience. Now, as far as what really matters, it's the people around you. It's your neighbors. Now, the definition of what a neighbor is, as the word says, a neighbor is someone who shows mercy. So it doesn't matter your color, your creed, the amount of capital you have, even the circumference around you, the distance. That's not what makes a neighbor. A neighbor is someone who shows you mercy. Someone who's willing to sacrifice themselves for you. That is what a true neighbor is. And that's what matters. Now, what else I've learned is, like we've discussed before in the other race, was what I've learned is the most important thing. And out of that is that the heart has 4 chambers. And I find that in order to really live, you must have the 4 parts of your soul. Those 4 parts of the soul are what I like to call the 4 F's, which is faith, family, friends, and forgiveness. With those 4 F's, you can accomplish a lot, and you can really live and have true life. People always talk about loving life, and they say, you know, you have to love life. Well, I think in order to have the love of life, you have to have a life of love. It is the people around you that give you that love, that support you. That's what gives you the life. I've been blessed.
It's degenerate.
I've been blessed. At this time, I need to tell you why I'm even standing here today. Is because, number one, is that for my mother. My mom, my beautiful mom, left her home up in New York. She left her job. She left the love of her life, my dad, and has come down and has been with me ever since I was diagnosed. When I had surgery, she never left my bedside. She never slept flat for almost a week while I was in the intensive care unit. She slept in an upright chair. And every time I would tell her I'm sleeping, but I wasn't. I would look and she was never asleep. She always watched over me. Those are things that let me heal. Those are the things that give you life of your soul. My father, who's not here right now, he's up in New York. And you know what he's doing right now? He's working. Okay? It's a Saturday. He stands on his feet for 10 hours, usually a day, even on Saturdays. As a pharmacist, he stands there with bad ankles and bad knees, and the reason why he stands there is because he wants to make sure that I'm secure, that I'm stable, that there will always be the back there, that he knows that he will always be able to provide. He has given me the ability, now that I'm a father, the inspiration and the goal to be a father. He will not eat unless I have eaten. He will not smile unless I am happy. he will not do anything until he knows that his kids are in proper position and in proper health. And that is the dedication that very few can express, and it's a blessing that I have that. Finally, I've also been blessed with a brother, a bigger brother, who not only has the ability to physically be a bigger brother, but emotionally. And one of the few things that I remember is that when I was first diagnosed and my baby was just delivered, within a couple weeks after that, he held me up while I first saw my baby girl. And it was that being the ability to be held up by my older brother that gave me that sense of security and love, that I know that I will be okay. Finally, as far as things that also help you throughout life, is that I've realized that there's another thing that I made important. One decision I've made that is more important than any other decision I've ever made. It was more important than the school I picked. It was more important than the place I decided to live. It was more important than any other decision in my entire life. And that decision was made 2 years ago, and it was 2 days from now, on Monday. 2 years ago, I decided to marry my wife, my beautiful and unbelievably precious wife. Not only has she given me everything, she gave me the one thing that we're here today to recognize, and that is hope. My baby girl's name, as you can see her there, her name is Nadia. Not only because of the beautiful things that my mom does that she's named after, but Nadia also means hope. Now, Nadia was named even before I was diagnosed, and so it was a beautiful thing to have her. And she's the reason why I'm currently standing here right now, is because of I have the future right there in my hand, and that is what allows me to wake up in the morning. That is the hope. That is the desire I get to wake up every morning, is because I want to see her. I want to see her, and I want to see her in the future. Now, things that I've learned, and this will be quick, okay? There are a few things I've learned throughout all this. And the first thing is that you can't have, in order to love, you have to have that life of love that we discussed before. But more importantly, when it comes to life, I've learned that life, and I want you guys to understand that everyone here is my neighbor, okay? Everybody here is my neighbor. And I look to the future, and if I am not there when she grows up, I want you guys to help her out and help her and tell her these things that I've learned. That I want her to live below her means. I want her to be grateful for her means. And I want her to love by any and all means. And I think that's what life is all about. And so all I can ask is that she will grow up to be a beautiful child in the heart, in the inside. The outside is friable. The inside is not. And for her to know that it's not the name brands that is in her closet, but it's the branded names in her heart. And that's the most important thing that she has to do. So if you all can just do me a favor, if you all can do me a favor, please, just do me a favor, especially now that the holiday season is coming up, and more importantly, I want you to do it after the holiday season, is to your neighbors, hug them a little longer, kiss them a little longer, hug your parents a little longer, kiss them a little longer, anybody who you consider a neighbor, talk to them a little longer, experience them, because that is what it's all about. Because I have gone through a lot of medicine. I have been in medicine. My dad's a pharmacist. I used to sit there when we had these things they used to call typewriters. Pretty much it's a computer without a delete. And so it was all throughout life. I've been through so many years of med school and training and all that stuff. But you know what? I never knew really what the actual definition of a cure is. And a cure in definition, according to Webster, is the ability to relieve a symptom of a condition or an illness. Okay? So it does not necessarily mean it needs a scalpel or a pill to cure someone. Okay? What it means is that you need that ability. So I want to thank all of you here today for allowing me to have a cure. You guys give me that ability to relieve. And so it does not matter how much money you give or don't give or whatever the case may be. All I ask is to be a neighbor. Be a neighbor and give out that love. Because that can never be replaced for a person going through it. I don't remember any of my surgeries or anything like that. All I remember is the people that have given me mercy and love. So God bless you all, and I love you, and happy Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, and whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. I love you all, and just have faith. And most of all, have hope. I got mine. I want you all to have hope, and if anybody has any issues that they ever want to talk about in the future, you can call me anytime. You can. People are recording it. It's 330-328-1164. You can call me anytime you want, and we will talk about it. Okay? I love you all, and God bless you all, and have a good race.
Okay, we're going to get ready for Sarah Cooler to do the national anthem, but I did want